Welcome to my channel Angel Beats and Pai Manwa. Don't forget to click the like, share, and subscribe button on my channel.
Okay, we're in episode 68 of this interesting one. Let's go. Have you heard the rumor? What rumor? You have heard of Baron Rahid, the one who kidnapped Lady Vata. They're saying the money he used to hire his guns came from Heta. She always belittled Lady Vata in front of the entire administrative staff. After all, for a woman like that, I am not surprised. Step. Your Honor. Good morning. Remember how awful Heta was to Lady Vata? I won't have lasted a day in the lady's shoe. Lady Vata, yes, Your Highness. If you become overwhelmed with emotion, or if giving your statement becomes difficult for any reason, please just give me a signal. We will stop immediately. Thank you for your concern, Your Highness. Since life in prison isn't for everyone, Vata about heart. This is why idiots never learn. This is why idiots never win. I shall now commence the interrogation. Lady Vata, your statement, please. While he was attempting to violate me, Baron said his wife would have loved to see me in such a shameful state. Lies. This is when I realized Officer Hector was his accomplice. Your Highness, my husband and I had a fraud marriage. Moreover, why would an officer of Osler like myself abet such a despicable crime? Why are you attempting to frame me? My God, how can you be so shameless? Even facing me now, you still lack a guilty conscience. You damn little wench, how dare you? What a tantrum. Is something on your mind, Your Highness? Not at all. No need to concern yourself, Lady Vata. It's me, isn't it? We barely made any progress into this cross-examination. Forgive me. That's alright. I can do it. Follow me. After seeing Hector's maximum response, I'm afraid the investigation may take some time. Are you concerned that continuing integrating will prove difficult for me? Your Highness, may I make an unreasonable request? What sort of unreasonable request? I would like to meet with Hector privately. It's too dangerous. Given how violent she is, if you were to meet privately, I fear she might harm you. To be truthful, it scares me as well. However, I must do everything I possibly can to persuade her to admit to her crimes, while I still have the courage. She's someone who has nothing to lose. I should be fine, as long as we speak through the bars. Please. I'll give you exactly 15 minutes. That will be all the time you have. Thank you so much, Your Highness. I just remember an important matter I must attend to. So I'm afraid we will part ways here. I pray you go safely. Stranging him along is such fun. Time to go home, where the ones who wish me dead are. Let's see if you can survive after crossing me. My darling, you're back. The day is so cold, isn't it? Go draw a warm bath, and then we will have a supper. Does this woman really love her daughter? Is your favorite for dinner? When I returned from being kidnapped too. Oh, my child. Thank goodness you're alive. My daughter, you must have been so scared. All that crying and sobbing, it was really quite something else. Whereas the count has been nowhere to the sight, just like today. Go on inside. The fire is much too cold, my dear. Yes, mother. I can't trust her completely. All I can do for now is to wait and see. A few days later, I'll give you exactly 15 minutes. That will be all the time you have. It isn't much time, but it isn't insignificant. It is not me. I'm being framed. She looks even worse than before. Our death reading account book should be enough to prove I was the head of the Muslim's house. So whatever evidence that implies I supply money to Raf cannot be concrete. If I have to spend one more day in this cold, fleeting cell, I will go mad. I must beguile that girl however I can so that she retracts her testimony. That is how I will escape this place. Once I return to my parents' home, I will take my revenge. Miss Vata, I had no idea my husband was capable of such things. It's true, I'm at fault too, for turning a blind eye and neglecting you. For that, I am sorry. So this is her strategy. I thought she would last longer than this. Well, I suppose it isn't a bad thing if she's willing to cooperate. Everything you said is true. Miss Vata, I did it. So please let me out of this place. Please, don't. This isn't your crime, officer. I have a document in which the content have been effaced. You are the approving officer. She's shocked. Of course, someone like me who works for the administrative only for a while shouldn't have found this. I hope this proves helpful. If it weren't for Blaine, I never would have managed it. A form that should never have been approved. Why is your seal stamp on it, officer? The applicant appears to be Marcus Pratt Carter. Isn't he the head of the administrative department? This application was submitted privately by Marcus, correct? When an individual applies to establish a special laboratory, won't there typically be more paperwork? What is this wench implying now? It seems to me that because you were busy, you failed to correctly review the paperwork. I intend on requesting a revaluation. You have worked for the administrative for a few mere months. How dare you request documents with my approval? Enough with this stateless trick. Retract your false testimony. Wrong. Please don't tell anyone. That's what you should say. Do you think none understands the position you are in? Your fate is entitled in my hand. Why? Why on earth are you doing this to me? If it's because of the way I treated you, I apologize. So please, please what? Please forgive me. I can't take another day in here. So please, please let me out. Fine. First, how about you tell me what was originally written on this form? So you believe Marcus Carter had been secretly manufacturing and distributing gunpowder from this laboratory? Yes, but I still don't understand one thing. Why would he go so far as to threaten Hector and have her efface the paperwork? Just to receive royal permission. That is because only laboratories with royal permission may borrow and use special magical equipment. Magical equipment? I'm afraid, since Carter had discovered how to use magic to produce his own gunpowder. Impressive. Using equipment borrowed from the crown to manufacture illegal goods. This is an evil and unforgivable crime. Marcus Carter will be returning from abroad. No, he will return next week at the latest. Then there isn't much time to investigate the laboratory. Someone will have to divide his attention elsewhere. I believe I can see to that. Pardon, are you saying you will get directly involved, Your Highness? I'm thinking of inviting an important guest from Richard. He's a figure Marcus Carter has concerned himself with for a time now. If he is here, the Marcus will focus on him. Who in the world could it be? The man that Carter concerned himself with. What was that? Crying. Just as I thought, a child's cry. Oh my, Miss Carter, what brings you here in the middle of the night? The child's cry woke me. Oh dear, it must have been loud. My apologies, miss. Recently, young Master Lucia had been getting increasingly cranky at bedtime. I will be put him to sleep, Miss Carter. Please, return to your chambers and rest. I thought Lucian's nursery was on the upper floor. Why are you intended to him here and not the upper? How can you call yourself a woman? Flinch. I see. Oh dear, poor thing. With fighting that loud, no wonder the child keeps walking. I'll spare you for now. I have matters more important than you to attend to. My parents seems to be a little upset. How about suiting the child in my chambers? Yes, miss. This is all for Lucia's sake. Your son, I've had enough. We had no choice. Think about everything it took us to conceive him. Do you even think of her as a child? Do you tell me you never loved her? Sob. The reason I didn't send our own guards when Ver was kidnapped was because I trusted Duke Shade. I would never have left Verta to die. Stop lying. Then why do you keep the truth from me, even after learning she had been kidnapped? If you truly meant to save her back then, there won't be no reason to hide the truth. Dear, lower your voice, I beg you. You wake the entire house. Oh, my child. So, she had been genuinely all along. This can't wife truly love Veta. I've had everything needed to hear. Time to go. Veta cannot spend the rest of her life alone. After all, a man of that standard makes a decent suitor. He plans to get rid of me through an arranged marriage. counterbattled. It seems I shall have to get rid of you first.